Traders, in this weekly watch list, I'm going to be outlining my top ideas for the week and provide my entry and exit plans. Now, remember, the upcoming week is going to be a shortened 3.5-day week due to the Thanksgiving holiday. And historically, this week has often included some outlier moves, events, and even some black swan moves with small caps. So it really is essential to remain open-minded and, of course, always prioritize risk management. Now, starting off with the top idea really from the previous several weeks in a row with Tesla. So let's jump straight into it. So what is the idea and plan as it relates to Tesla? So Tesla's obviously coiled for several days near its recent pivot high and of course 52-week high on contracting volume, importantly, as well as a contracting range. Then obviously on Friday, of course, we had a significant breakout and burst in volume and elevated R vol, and arguably it was the trade of the day from a momentum standpoint on Friday. I also like specifically how that trade played out across multiple time frames. Now going forward, and especially coming into the shortened week, if the stock were to continue to find support above prior resistance, namely around the 350 zone, then the momentum higher, in my opinion, due to the shortened week and likely less liquidity, could be quite extreme. So therefore, as long as the stock can hold and turn previous resistance into newfound support in the short term around this 350 zone, I'm going to be very interested in a multi-day long swing, and not only is 350 previous resistance, but it's also the 2-day VWAP now that's developing. So ideally, we see a retest of that area, a brief test of the 350 zone, and immediate snapback back into Friday's range. That would get me long versus the low of day, and a clean break above another area from Friday, the sort of 355 zone, will get me to add to my position, initially targeting a push towards 360 previous resistance, 360 area, to piece off a small piece of my position, and thereafter looking to trail my position using higher lows, and again piecing out any significant higher high intraday and any extensions from its intraday volume weighted average price, but ultimately really targeting a multiple ATRs of upside. The next up we have UPST. Upstart is the next one on the list. I'm just looking for some continuation here, really after a powerful earnings gap. We go to the daily chart, powerful earnings gap, and then a nice measured pullback and multi-week consolidation, multiple weeks really of price discovery and price digestion. Buyers are definitely beginning to take firm control here, with the new floor being discovered in the stock at around $70. And also important to note that it still has a significant short interest of almost 30%. So for me to get long for another leg higher in the name, I need to see a couple of things. Firstly, I want to see the stock consolidate, hold above Friday's high, hold above the 74 to 75 mark, providing a potential consolidation breakout, momentum entry long. Secondly, I definitely want to see volume breakout and significant R vol in the stock. We have contracting volume along with its range, so I would like to see a breakout in both obviously range and volume to confirm continuation higher. Now, initially, I'm going to look to be long versus the low of day, but once we get an ATR move toward 80, that's when I'm going to look to begin trading my stop using higher lows and scaling out really once we start to begin to see some high extensions intraday. Next up, some thoughts on Bitcoin, IBIT, and MSTR. Obviously, as it relates to Bitcoin, the talk of the town now is the 100K mark. That's going to be a significant psychological, whole number and one where potentially major supply exists. So many scenarios could pan out from this unique catalyst, as I like to call it, or forward event. For example, do we push over 100K, IBIT 57, 58? Does supply overwhelm? Within that, do we get a sharp 10% plus correction? Does Bitcoin go potentially further than we think in the short term post key area break? Does the 100K break take longer than expected to actually develop? And do we see some premium come out of Bitcoin related names like MSTR, like Mara, for example? These are all different scenarios that I'm beginning to sort of game and beginning to think about and plan reactive moves for each event. Now, of course, I'm going to be watching IBIT in relation to Bitcoin very closely, along with Mara and MSTR. Those are sort of the three names on my go-to reactive list. MSTR, obviously has also been talk of the town, given last week's incredible mean reversion setup. So this one worth mentioning now as well. With MSTR, as it relates to it, as long as Bitcoin holds below 100K, fails on that breakout attempt, my plan for MSTR is really looking to be reactive and short outer lines. So for example, if we get a push into a resistance key area of 450 to 460 into this band of potential supply, that's where I would look for failed follow through to get short versus the high of day. Areas that I would look and be interested in covering would be down towards the 420 mark, key areas from after hours pre-market, and then support near end of day as well down towards 400, the next sort of support band. And if we were to break below that and maintain a downtrend intraday, that's where I'd look to maintain a core position, looking to scale out into the mid to low 300s. Some additional names on watch, just watching for further development and thesis to play out before developing a more detailed trading plan. Uranium stocks setting up quite well for potential breakout higher. Some names on the list are URA. Along with URA, we have DNN and UEC. And then exhaustion in some quantum computing stocks, not quite there yet, but maintaining them on close watch. IONQ, QBTS, and QUBT are just some names worth keeping a close eye on, with QUBT certainly out of those three quantum computing names, the closest but not quite extended to the point where I'm eagerly anticipating a mean reversion. So those are some additional names on watch that I'm keeping a close eye on for further development. And as the day on Monday unfolds, I'll likely be developing a more detailed trading plan. So for the upcoming week, shortened week, 3.5-day week, that is what is on my watch list right now. Those are the plans, ideas, and thoughts. Let me know what you think. And of course, and as always, please drop your top ideas and thoughts in the comments below. And potentially I'll look to even add those to my watch list as well. Good luck for the upcoming week and happy Thanksgiving. Hope you all have a wonderful week ahead, and I'll see you next week.
So you're an active trader, not doing as well as you want, not doing as well as you deserve, and you just can't figure out why you can't become profitable no matter how hard you try. Well, let me show you why. This is your competition. The traders in this room. This room right here is full of elite traders, some of whom are making 7 and even 8 figures a year. In fact, our top guys have made nearly 20 million each in net trading profits in a single year. Let's head to my office so I can share more. So you're probably used to seeing videos of lavish trader lifestyles, trading gurus trading off of a laptop for an hour a day, heck, maybe even 15 minutes a day, and then them relaxing on some secluded beach for the rest of the day. Well, all I can tell you is that our traders train like pro athletes. They live and breathe the markets and are continually working on their trading skills. Because at our firm, that's what we found it really takes to make it in this game. I'm Mike Bellafiore, co-founder and managing partner of SMB Capital, one of the world's top proprietary trading firms located in Midtown Manhattan. And we're always looking for trading talent to hire and develop. And not just to trade in-house on our desk, but also to trade from their own home, entirely using our firm's capital. And we have numerous traders doing just that, allowing them to make upwards of 7 figures trading the firm's capital without risking their own money. But to even get a shot at something like that, you need to have the right training. That's why we're doing a new free online presentation in which we share how you can get an interview with SMB to become an in-house or remote trader, trading firm capital without risking yours and gaining access to all of our firm's coaching and resources. And the best part, you don't have to be a profitable trader yet. In fact, we prefer to mold profitable traders with our methods and our techniques. That's why we have just 3 simple criteria that can earn anyone an interview. We're looking for highly ambitious and determined traders who fit our culture first and foremost. So if you believe that could be you, sign up for the free 1-hour online presentation by clicking the link that's in your top right corner of your screen now.